and we're so glad to be here. We'd love to give you a chance to just tell us a little bit about the center.
Great, thank you all. Let me begin by welcoming you to our humble clinic here. Let me start by also saying, if you need a bathroom, it's around the corner that way. And so as you'll hear in a minute, we're gonna engage in a big build-out project here at this clinic to transform this space, expand it, and transform it into a modern medical facility. So we will have internal bathrooms at some point. But for now, we navigate through this lower level of Rolling Hills Community Church. So that's a good place to begin. We were founded by members of this church over 10 years ago as an organization. However, we didn't open our doors until roughly 6 years ago, 2017, principally as a pre-diabetes education center. And so we were hosting folks to try and encourage them and educate them on better eating and healthier lifestyles. A year later, in 2018, we opened for primary care services. And that's still remains the bread and butter of what we do. I do have slides here. I'm not doing a good job of running through them. But principally our services, if I could fast forward here a little bit, are to open our doors for chronic disease maintenance, some urgent care and whatnot, definitely prescriptions and refills and so forth. But we also offer a host of specialty services in addition to primary care. So my medical director is an OBGYN by trade, so we have a women's health clinic. And so we every month have gynecological options for women, and twice a year we host, thanks to OHSU Hillsborough, formerly Tuolity, mammogram screenings for women who are qualified for that. We also have a physical therapist who comes through. We have some mental health offerings, as well as we continue with our diabetes education. And then we have other partners, like you see Medical Teams International out here doing some dental work. We have KCI Institute from OHSU and so forth, they come in. And so we really are able to cover quite a bit in this space, and what we cannot cover, we refer out, and we partner with other organizations like Project Access, which helps people who need very specialized care to get that free of charge at other facilities or the health systems. So that segues into the other thing that I probably could have started with, which is that we are a free clinic. So we do not bill for anything. And as a result of that, our patients are low income, our patients are uninsured or underinsured, and we exist for them because we recognize the need of healthcare and the right that everyone has to receive healthcare in our region. And so we are what is known as a safety net clinic, oftentimes safety net of the safety net. If you think of government programming, Medicaid and Medicare, for example, as being an opportunity for folks who make a little bit less or are of a certain age, who can't afford private insurance or don't have opportunities to get that. We also recognize the difficulty of navigating that system and the cost that still comes with being eligible for those programs. And so we are there to catch everyone else who falls through those gaps. So whether they have Medicaid and they can't afford some of their copays, or Medicare and they don't have the right level for that, or they just don't qualify at all. I don't know if you know this, but in order to be eligible for Medicaid, if you're just a regular adult, you have to make under $20,000 a year. And a lot of people might make $21,000, let's say, and then therefore they don't qualify for anything. So we're here for them. We take a lot of pride in doing that, and we are very grateful for the opportunity to serve our neighbors. We see ourselves as a resource for the South Metro Portland. We are technically in Clackamas County. We are technically in the city of Tualatin, so we're sort of split. And there is one other free clinic to our east in Oregon City that services that side of the metro, and they're actually moving further east into Clackamas Community College campus, if you know CVIM. But there is no free clinic to the west of us, not in Washington County. And there are a host of what's called sliding scale services that offer reduced rates for people throughout the metro, but no other free clinic. You have to go to Vancouver or Salem. And so we catch people from all over the metro. People drive from quite a ways to get here if they can get an appointment. But we really see ourselves as in this community and really between, right, the municipalities like you all to our east and Tyre Tualatin to our west, and then Wilsonville to our south. So what else can I say in my 2 more minutes? I want to touch on two more things. Actually, I want to touch on the fact that even though we were founded by members of the church, we are an independent organization and have been from the beginning. So we're a 501c3 nonprofit. So the church is technically our landlord, though we have a really strong relationship with this church. Leaders from the church serve on our board, and really grateful for this space. So I want to spend 1 second to introduce you to this area. This lower level of this church has been really given over to community services. So on the other side is the Tualatin Food Pantry. So we're able to, partner with them to offer a little bit of wraparound services. There's what formerly was a shelter and a hot meals program that is run by the church over here. There's a clothing ministry that happens. Northwest Children's Foundation is over on this side. And then hundreds of people come through here every week now to play pickleball, because there's 3 going on 4 pickleball courts down here as well. And I know it's a big deal in Lake Oswego, so I'll just say, if you need somewhere else to go, maybe this is a good option. Despite being independent, we are still a faith-based clinic, and what that means for us is that we do this service out of recognition of our faith, but we don't require much of our staff or volunteers to, they don't necessarily need to have a faith commitment, and definitely our patients don't either. However, we do ask patients if they would like to receive prayer while they are here, and we have volunteers on hand to offer that to them if they choose, okay, not required. Finally, speaking of volunteers, or actually 2 more points. Speaking of volunteers, I have a small staff. We are otherwise fully run by our volunteers, and so that is all of our medical providers and clinicians, our nurses, our scribes, and so forth are all giving of their time and their skill to help us do what we do. And then we have a number of non-clinical volunteers as well, especially our front desk and reception and our interpreters. Over 70% now of our patients are primarily Spanish speaking, and so we offer on-site translation, and usually that is through volunteering as well. Final point, and I'm totally ruining my slides here, is to say that it has been the dream, here's some statistics from last year. It has been the dream of this clinic to build out this space that was given to us, or that was offered for us to use by the church in order to have a modern clinic facility. To make a long story short, we feel like we need to do this, not because we want to work in a nicer place, not because we want to attract more volunteers, though we think that will be a side benefit, but because we want the people who receive services here to feel like they get the same quality of care that they would anywhere else. And so it's about the dignity of them. It's about making sure that they have privacy. We're grateful to be able to have these pop-up clinic rooms, exam rooms, but if you're getting a gynecological appointment in here, that might not be super comfortable. And so we recognize that, and we're hoping to change that. So currently we are in the middle of a very large capital campaign to renovate and expand this space into a modern clinic. It's a $1.5 million project, and we have raised over $1 million to get there, and we're excited about our progress, and we think we're going to get there, and we'll have you back to experience that when we're done. So my pitch for you all is help spread the word for us. We know, even though Lake Oswego is more of an affluent community, there's lots of people in need. So spread the word, let people know we're here. We're open 2 days a week currently. We hope to double that in the short term future, and we want to serve those who need us. You may know people who have skill sets who can volunteer with us. You may yourself be qualified to volunteer with us. We have an inquiry form on our website, so you can fill that out, and we can take it from there in terms of seeing if that's a good fit for you. And then finally, if you have resources or are driven to help people in need, and you have a place in your heart for us, we're completely supported by donations, grants, and individual donations. And that is in addition to our specific build-out project. So let us know, maybe you want to sponsor our gala and get in front of 200 medical and business professionals every fall, or we'll figure something else out. So thank you all. This is our first chamber meeting with you all, so we're grateful to have you here to experience our space, and I'm available afterwards for any questions, unless we have time now.
Yeah.